right, welcome back, everybody. It is the Conway and Whitman Show. We're live at 97.1 Free FM. It is 9 o'clock, and we are only about an hour away from a very heated Name That Tune between Brian Whitman and Randy Wang. So you got to stay tuned for that at 10 o'clock. But it's 9 o'clock now. That means the news with Rob and everybody.
I couldn't believe it.
Live.
Instead of my mace, I was like, no, mace. No, I do that for friend, but...
Late breaking.
It's LD.
From the 97.1 News Desk. Here's Robin.
Gotta get some snow?
Yeah.
Always jump on that. All right, gang. Robin, what is in the news today?
Well, first, actress Angelina Jolie has canceled plans to give a lecture in Italy this week. Amid reports she is pregnant with her and Brad Pitt's second biological child.
Whoa.
The Tomb Raider beauty was due to give a talk at the Pio Manzu Center as part of a conference, but pulled out at the last minute. And when questioned about her alleged pregnancy, Ms. Jolie had this to say, A8.
A8. All right. Jolie might be pregnant. Is that right?
That's right.
Boom.
A lot of people are trying to get me to confirm that I am now pregnant, and I cannot confirm or deny that at this time. But I will say that in the last few months, Brad and I have had to seriously cut back on engaging in any form of Topeka tar pitting or giving each other Jerusalem Jello shots.
Oh, no.
Meanwhile, my doctor has strongly recommended that Brad put aside any and all urge to perform the California cattle prod on me until after the second It's just time for me to take a little hiatus.
She caught
Yes, she
herself
goes.
there. Like his last time. Remember last time? She couldn't control
Right.
herself.
And again, I'll say this. I've said it before, man.
Yeah, man.
I don't follow celebrities.
I know you don't.
And I knew she was crazy.
Right. I mean, you did, and you said it on the air.
I didn't know anything about her other than I think she was nuts.
Right, but you did share that with...
And that Brad Pitt gets involved with that?
Yeah, I don't know why he did it, but...
You don't think he heard the stories I heard? And I don't follow it.
We're really not in show business.
I try to avoid Angelina Jolie.
Sure, I understand.
It's tough to do.
Well, she's all over the place.
Yeah, real tough to do. All right, Rob, anything else in the news?
Yes, Kanye West is bringing his ego to the bookshelf
Oh, boy.
after his mother, Donda, released her own book about him, Raising Kanye, earlier this year. He has penned a book entitled Thank You and You're Welcome. Here is an exclusive clip from an interview with Kanye talking up his new book, K67.
K66, Kanye's new book. I guess it's like Miss Manners' books. Thank you and you're welcome.
Yeah, it sounds like it's an etiquette book.
All right.
What's up, all y'all? Kanye West here. Y'all know me. So look at here. I wrote a book. You know, one of them things with pages. There's two covers, there's some pages, and there's a front, middle, and an end. And you know, here's the thing. My book be a collection of all my Kanye-isms. And you know, it's the creative, humorous, and insightful philosophies and anecdotes used in creating this path to success. Now, you know, also, this thing captures my same wit, playful irony, and piercing insight found abundant in my lyrics. Let me read you some little excerpt from this. Straight up, it was the best of times. It was the straight up worst of times. Sometimes I like to quote a little from that. Sometimes I like to say, wherefore art thou, my little Romeo? You know, because sometimes I can't find the. Also, you know, sometimes I say, you know, quoth the mother raven. Now, you know that's some classic right there. And I wrote all these. And you know, straight up, I do not like green grits and ham. And you know, sometimes I like to bust out in some philosophy. It's straight up it. I think, therefore this is. Wow. And that just sums up my life. And you know, so just go pick up my monodiography. And you know, I'm gonna be busting that shit. I'm also gonna be coming out with straight up graduation 2006, straight up 2008.
All right.
We got postgraduate school. I'm coming out with a new album. All y'all stay listening to the street.
What is he talking about?
I don't know, man. He's got a new book out, though. Kanye West. All right. Anything else in the news, Robin?
Yes, talk about being in a pickle. A judge gave a 35-year-old man probation in a case involving an assault with 2 pickles. The pickle problems began with Bobby Lee Bolin when he went to the refrigerator and helped himself to his friend Jody Lee's pickles, who asked him not to eat them. Bolin, in response, then slammed Jody Lee down onto the couch and threw 2 large pickles at him. Bolin also shoved former friend J.W. Romansky III and beat Lee with a telephone when he tried to call 911, according to this report. And here is exclusive audio from the pickle incident. P35.
All right, P35, the big pickle fight.
Jody, I'm gonna go get some pickles for us. I'm gonna go get those pickles out of the refrigerator.
I didn't pay to feed all you Don't touch my pickles now.
Well, I can't have your pickles. I'm a friend
You can't
of yours.
have my pickles and my pickles.
All right, you know what, come here. Get on the ground. Here's your goddamn pickles.
Hello, what is the ruckus?
Who the hell are you?
I'm J.W. Romansky III. I'm here for the apartment on Park Street.
Hey, get the out of here, man.
Yeah, they go. Those two are always fighting, man.
No, and then the one guy's looking for an apartment?
I guess so, yeah.
He'll probably get
Bobo.
it. Sounding like that, I bet he would get it.
He was just at the wrong place at the wrong time.
All right, anything else in the news, Robin?
Yes, ignorance is fueling the spread of hepatitis B in Asia, where patients are failing to get proper treatment. The 10th leading cause of death worldwide, chronic hepatitis B affects 360 million people globally.
Here we go.
Of these, 281 million are in Asia. And in an attempt to raise awareness on the topic of sexually transmitted diseases in Asia, the Hong Kong government flew in a special guest speaker to speak on the subject, J25.
J25. I guess everybody's got the hepatitis.
And the Hong Kong...
Hao, please.
I just was going to say, this is the Hong Kong government brought
The
someone?
Hong Kong government paid to fly the special guest in.
Ni hao, please put a very warm Hong Kong welcome for local third shift with Mr. John.
Thank you, everyone. Now we need to just have a very serious discussion here about sex in Asia. Now, I've been to every Asian country, and I've had sex with many beautiful, glamorous Asian women, and I've never had an STD. Now, do you know why? Because I use condoms. No glove, no love. You need to wrap it up if you're going to have sex with a beautiful, glamorous Asian woman. Now remember, whatever happens in Thailand stays in Thailand, unless, of course, you get a disease. Whatever happens in Hong Kong stays in Hong Kong, unless, of course, you get a disease. And whatever happens in Japan stays in Japan, Jeff, unless, of course, you get a disease. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go have sex with another Asian woman.
Oh, thank you, Mr. John, for a wonderful American speech. Don't forget to listen to John and Jeff Local the Third Shift.
You know, you're very beautiful and glamorous. I have a condom here. Would you like to have sex with me?
Okay.
John and Jeff, rocking the third shift.
What was with
There they go.
the acoustics where he was giving his speech?
No, it sounded like it was
Like an amplifier was being used.
in the Peanuts episode. What was that thing? The Charlie Brown Christmas? Sounds like the amphitheater they use. All right, anything else in the news, Robin?
Oh, no, that's what's happening.
And that's it. The news with Robin, everybody.
With the news.
I can be gassy.
Right.
Look at you, man.
All right, folks, tomorrow is Halloween 2007. Used to be a kid's holiday when I was a kid. Now it's mostly an adult holiday.
Right. Are we going to get to a... I'd like to know what that is. Because, I guess I have to add to my list now of shows that are talking about me, but I don't think they'd be rude about me.
All right, real quickly, and then we'll press on here.
Yeah, I mean,
this is
you're going to tell me that there's...
the Frosty, Heidi, and Frank show talking about Brian Whitman. And don't start a battle with these guys. You know, the one with Tom is exhausting to everybody.
You fat bastard.
Hey.
Oh,
Heidi,
that's how
please.
she starts?
Don't start.
You fat effer.
Heidi.
I didn't even say anything about them.
Heidi, at least put a spin on it.
You know, bite me.
Oh,
All right.
Sorry.
No, Tim, I never... I'm not having a fight with them.
I didn't hear this audio. I don't know what it is, but
I have no
evidently
idea.
the Frosty, Heidi, and Frank show talked about Brian Whitman today. All right, and here's the.
If I say stop it, you stop it.
What?
If it's what is it real mean?
What the hell?
What? It's like that sounds so weird. That sounds like you and I are like role playing and having
Get out of here.
and having sex.
Play the clip. You.
If you say stop it, what's the
the
out word? The safe word.
The safe word.
Jesus
Are we in a
Christ.
safe zone, Tim? Just play the thing. Well, now stop.
All right, here's Frosty, Heidi, and Frank talking about Brian Whitman. This should be good.
Wasn't there a story we talked about a few weeks ago about how if you have a fat friend, they have a tendency to fatten you up?
Yeah.
If you hang out with a fat friend, you get fat?
Mm-hmm.
Is that why you don't want to hang out with Whitman? Because you don't want to get him fat?
But see, that wasn't a shot at you.
Well, of course it was.
No, it wasn't. It was a shot at Frosty.
Well,
I'm blown till I'm raw.
What happened was I sent an email to Frosty. So I heard him on the air once talking about Jimmy Carter. I thought he was a big supporter of the Carter Center and a big Jimmy Carter fan. So there's this new movie about Jimmy Carter, which nobody wants to see with me.
Right.
So I emailed Frosty and I said, "Do you want to go see this movie?" And he told me no. he basically told me that. Never mind what he told me. So he shut me
Wait,
down.
Is this a piece of the Carter movie?
Knock it off. Knock it off. It's about
The Jimmy Carter biography?
No. It's about
There he is.
It's about
Jimmy
his last
Carter.
book. Now stop
All
that.
right. Here's more Frosty, Heidi, and Frank talking about Brian Whitman.
Mm-hmm.
Is that why you don't want to hang out with Whitman? Because you don't want to get him fat? You don't want to have that on your conscience?
Like the penguin.
They're funny. I love
You
these
don't want to
guys.
have that on your conscience?
Who weighs more, me or Brian? Probably about the same.
They'd be close, I think.
Really
I think
close.
you have the same exact body type.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Oh, I don't think that's true. I think Frosty weighs more than I do.
You think so?
I lost weight. I got on the scale. You saw it the other night off the air. I got on the scale.
Are you taller than Frosty? How tall
He's
is
taller
Frosty?
than I am, I think.
I wish.
You know, that actually is a great bet. I bet we could take. I bet we could actually
Do that on
take
KCal?
some action on that.
Want to do that on KCal?
Well, that gives you a month.
But
That
I've
would be on-
already lost weight. I mean, tell the audience.
Yeah, you told them. Yeah, you lost weight. You lost like 13 pounds.
Yeah,
or
well, I got
You
a
fat
20 pounds.
effer.
All right.
Heidi, please.
God almighty.
Maybe.
All right, here we go. More of Frosty, Ed, and Frank talking about Brian Whitman.
Yeah, we're about the same height. I think the same size.
And you
within
know,
a few
Brian and I are
pounds.
the same age.
What?
I thought he was older than
You're
that.
the youngest one on the show.
Brian and I are the same age.
I didn't know that. I thought he was
I
older.
found that out during Think
Brian's
Tank.
younger than me?
Oh, yeah.
I thought he was older.
I found that out during
my
Think Tank because
God.
he was telling, he went back to his high school graduation. I asked him which one, and he told me, and I was like, oh my, you and I are the same exact age.
How shocked were they?
Well, he said he felt like such an a-hole. He goes, I walk in, I'm like, all right, I'll go. Why not? And I said, now, do you look a lot different than you did in high school? And he goes, well, let me put it to you this way. I walked into the area where they were having, and there were these two girls that looked, and they did the wide eyes and hand to the mouth like, oh my God. He goes, oh yeah, that makes a guy feel real good. Like, I'm ready to get party on.
Yeah, I'll take it. 2 shots.
Yeah.
at
He
that
said
point.
he doesn't look, no one recognized him.
I've told you I have my reunion coming up. I'm not as of today. I don't think I'm going.
You're not going?
I can't go like this.
Frosty.
I can't go like this because I don't want to be the Whitman response.
Okay.
All right.
That's very funny.
All right, now don't start with
No,
that.
that's very funny. That was all very funny.
All right, folks, tomorrow is Halloween.
They really do a great show. I love to listen to
Yeah,
them.
I like that show. They're going to come on with us November 28th when we do
KCal. Good.
All right, tomorrow is Halloween, and it marks a day where everybody feels free to get into a costume and be somebody else for the night.
Sure.
And a lot of women are choosing not the traditional like ghosts or pirates or anything like that.
Yeah.
But it sort of gives women the opportunity to dress up legally like a whore
Yeah,
tomorrow.
well, there's been a trend, and I've noticed it. I don't know if it's because I'm older and I'm like notice it because maybe it was like this when I was a kid and I was concerned with trick or treating and didn't notice it, but I don't think it was this way. It seems now that like chicks, their Halloween costume, it's like a struggle to be like more of a whore. It's like who can have the whoriest. Is whoriest a word?
Probably not. But we understand what it means.
Right. Who can have the hoariest costume? Who can dress up like the biggest hua?
Yeah, but if a woman dresses like a whore tomorrow, does that mean that she is available?
No, and that's why guys, I'm sure like guys get pissed off. Like if
I think it is.
If I was married, so tomorrow's Halloween.
Right.
And let's say I'm married and my wife works at, just some insurance company or wherever, and they're having a costume party at work.
Okay.
If I'm a married dude and my wife leaves the house tomorrow morning in some like super hoary, thigh-high stockings, like massive cleavage, boobs hanging out costume, I would have an issue with that.
She's a whore!
Yeah, like if I was a married guy, I'd be like, what's the deal? Why are you dressing like in those heels? Are you going to work like this so that all of the guys you work with the 364 days of the year that are not Halloween can see your boobs and see you in fishnet stockings? Like what's the deal when a chick needs to do that?
All right, well, let's ask the women. When you dress up like a whore, you got the fishnet stockings or pantyhose on. You got that little bodysuit, and your cans are falling out all over the place.
Right.
Are you telling your coworkers that your marriage is not going well and that you might be available? Are you putting out a for-lease sign on yourself?
Yeah, I mean, it's great if it's for your husband, or if it's, if you're going to a party with your husband or you're going with your boyfriend, that's one thing. And then, of course, as I say every year, that Halloween sex is the best. Not that I've had it, but that, she's dressed up in that Little Red Riding Hood outfit and you're, later on after the
You're
party.
the wolf.
Right, of course. But, I mean, if she's just going to the office Christmas party dressed like a total hua, and then she calls it something, and she's not really dressing as anything. She's just whoring it up.
Right.
She's a whore!
All right, girls, tell us why you dress like whores. Is it just so you can get, one day you can get away with it every year? Or are you saying to people that you are available? Or is there another reason? But why, when you dress up like a whore, what is the reason behind it? Call us up and tell us. We'd like to know.
Yeah, and does your husband or your boyfriend get pissed off at you? I bet he does.
520-9710, our main number here in Southern California, 520-9710, and 888-520-9710. We're about 40 minutes away from a big, huge match in Name That Tune between the two heavyweights here, Brian Whitman and Randy Wang. You'll want to stay tuned for that at 10 o'clock. But for right now, when you dress like a whore, does that tell people that you're interested, that you're open, you're available? 520-9710. It is the Conway and Whitman Show, and we are live on 97.1 Free FM.
Walking down the street, I was hit by something last night.